This is everything you need to know to get from a 10 handicap down to scratch golf. But to get to scratch takes next level commitment to very mundane, boring fundamentals that just get practiced over and over until they are absolutely money. Course management comes into play from the beginning. What do we want to set up into the hole? That is what the scratch golfer is thinking. We're not just taking a driver and just booming it over into Never Never Land because it's a par 4. You stand on the tee and you think, what do I want into this hole? What shot do I have to hit to get it to that position? Now, I'm not going to hit a driver on this hole because I want to set myself up a wedge into the green. I don't want to have a partial shot by cutting the corner too much, and if I don't cut it, I hit my ball into the house at the end of the fairway or into that fairway bunker. I want to always have an approach from the easiest possible place to have an approach from. People like to attribute talent, better mechanics, all of these things to scratch golf, which to a point is true, but majority of the time it's just more understanding themselves, knowing what they can do, and then doing those things and not stepping outside of that comfort zone. One of those areas is understanding yourself in the beginning of the round, in the morning versus the afternoon tee time, having a warm-up before or not. All these things come into play when we're selecting clubs. And I'm going to hit my standard shot shape. Another thing people think is that scratch golfers are trying to shape shots all the time. No, you develop a stock shot. You develop an arsenal of stock shots, and you use those stock shots all the time. You're setting up your shots to stress-free places, hitting stock shots. Or it just goes dead straight, which is perfect. That's why we aim it where we do. Perfect pace. One foot putt to finish the hole. That's all we need as scratch golfers. Come on! The more you play a golf course, the more you understand where the places are to miss. You more understand the greens. You understand the grass, the lies that you're going to get, the sand in the bunkers. These are the things that give you familiarity, which is going to lower your scores. 187, 6 iron. Okay, or we hit a beauty right out the panty. We got the ball to the fringe, a 10 handicap can. From here, we need to get this close to the cup or in the cup, ascertaining the 3 GTFO, and we envision the break. We imagine it's uphill. We've taken note of the slope, so that means we want to hit it very firm and get it to the cup. Oh, and we've just in the mouth of the hole. Still getting used to the pace of the greens in the morning, and they should speed up as the moisture evaporates. Is course management and self-management, man management. So on this par 5, it's 580 yards. Let's think, can we get there with 2 blows? That would be a drive of, let's say, 280, 290, still cold, maybe 270. Now we've got 310 to the hole. Best we can do, get 50 to 80 yards to the hole. So that means I don't hit driver on this par 5, because if I am not going to hit it in 2 shots, why take on the risk of hitting it in the trees or OB here? I don't need to bring the trouble into play. I like to just have a ball in play, allowing me to set up that 3rd shot with a clear 2nd shot. So we stick this one out a little bit to the right. Hopefully it draws in ski as it normally does. Oh, there's no tee. What am I always picking up a tee hitting a 7 wood? Now Dave Peltz has a system, a clock system. Here's like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11, 12 o'clock, whatever on the swing. I only use one. I just go to 9 o'clock. So I have a 9 o'clock parallel arm 90-degree shaft. And I use that for my wedges. So I go 56, 52, 48 pitching wedge. And then I have 4 more shots. So I have a full stock distance with them, and then I have the 9 o'clock shot. That gives me 4 shots in my arsenal, especially inside 100. So instead of trying to finagle a 56 degree and cocking it up, I just take a 48 degree here and swing 9 o'clock, knowing that I've controlled the distance with my backswing. 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. This is the area that's going to make the hugest difference, is inside wedge range. You add a wedge matrix like this, just one swing, multiple wedges, tell you what, you're going from a 10 down to a 6, just like that. From 10 to scratch handicap, we need to be aware what's going to be the remaining shot in. If I hit a driver, I can get it to a partial shot, but I don't like a partial shot over a deep ass bunker to a raised green all the way on the left hand side. So I'm not going to hit that driver shot. I'm going to hit a 3-wood shot to ensure I stay way out right, leave myself a longer shot in to a raised green. I always like to hit a fuller shot to a raised green. In-depth knowledge of the lie is what's going to make the big difference from 10 to single digit handicap, understanding the lie. I'm with the grain here, which is absolutely brilliant. So my club won't dig, it will glide right through the turf, leaving a nice divot. I'll be honest with you, I haven't even smoked a single shot today. Everything's been off the toe and I haven't actually hit it that well. So the ball striking is not even there, but we're just getting in positions that we can hit shots in. And then we club up because we're not hitting it well and adapt on the day. If you want to get to scratch golf from 10 handicap, we have to be adaptable and have a plan B and a plan C. Just thinking everything is copy paste, that keeps you at 10 handicap, baby. To go from a 10 handicap to a scratch is learning to remove stress, whether it's mental, physical, or emotional, you know. And that's why I use Shopify, because it makes my life stress-free on the shop of whataplayergolf.com. Start to finish, I've been with Shopify from the very beginning of What a Player. I mean, it's been like 8 years now, uploading photos and product pages and doing payment gateway, and it's never been down even once. Always working absolutely fantastic. And then they introduce the game change. And I found most AI to be completely useless besides like an upgraded search engine. But Shopify's AI business partner is actually genuinely valuable, saving me freaking hours of work. And the best part is Shopify's new AI tool is called Sidekick, which feels real personal. I mean, I am the golf sidekick, but now suddenly there's this younger, smarter, better looking, better organized sidekick who actually gets things done on time. And to make it even better, Shopify trained your AI business partner on your or my specific store so that it actually knows your business probably better than you do. Check this out. I asked Sidekick to design me a Black Friday, Cyber Monday promotional campaign, and boom, in seconds, it's done. Sidekick even offered to set up the product bundles and codes for me. And the biggest time saver and headache remover, I don't need to Google how to do stuff on my store anymore. I just click on my Sidekick icon and ask them what to do. Not only does he tell me, he offers to do it for me. Shopify has always been super quick and easy to use, but now it's like Shazam! And things get done for me. Absolutely money. Hey, if you want to start your own business or improve on your current business, check it out at shopify.com/golfsidekick or check the link in the description. I've been going on 5-6 years with them now. Absolutely money. I've actually never played this golf course with this direction of wind, so I'm adapting on the fly here. We have a 184 yard par 3, which is quite long into the wind. It's probably playing more like maybe 200. So I'm going to go with my 6-iron. I don't have a 5-iron in my bag, so I can't hit a 5. I would normally just hit a standard 5, center of the green, get on the front, 2-putt. So I'm going to hit my 6 because I can't control the 4-iron. I'm not going to commit to it, and that's key. Confidentiality, comfort makes commitment. So when you're confidential because you have a process, and you're comfortable because you have the right club in your hand, you know what shot you're going to hit, you get confidentiality, you then get commitment. And commitment is key. You cannot play scratch golf if you are not 110% committed to your shots. Then you'll get some dingleberry, you can't be 110% committed. You can. You know what I'm talking about when it happens. You can be so committed to the shot, see it, feel it right here. And that's what I feel. I'm going to hit the 6-iron standard, committed shot, and I'm going to be probably short of the green, leaving a chip on. And I'm accepting that. I don't want to go long left here, then I have a long ass downhill putt. I'd rather have a short little chip across more green from the left side, just short of the green. I'm not hitting the ball particularly well today. As you can see, I don't think I've ever been this far short of this hole, but I've just got to adapt with it and go with it. So it's a little bit longer than I'd like for my 56 degree. So from the bunker, a scratch golfer always gets out in one shot. And it just comes down to technique. There's plenty of videos I've made about the technique of bunkers. The basic thing is you open the club, you take a grip with the club open, not square. You hold it while it's open. You play it off your front toe. You lean onto your left side about 70% of your weight, and then you skim the club through the sand, 1 inch behind the ball. And you know, it's not an easy thing, so you might get up and down 25% of the time, and that's a pretty good number. Maybe if you get really good and used to your bunkers, you may get up and down 35% of the time, which is pretty good. But we're not always going to be perfect. And now from here we have a tight lie, and the only option we have is to go through the left side here. We don't have to pitch out sideways because we do have the little punch shot, which we've worked on. And I highly recommend, if you're 10 handicap, you should have really, if you're 10 handicap, a punch shot. Something you can just keep low to get out of trouble. And when you're playing really shitty, you can bring that shot out to just keep the ball close to the ground and just chip and putt your way around the golf course. And this is part of the thing of getting from 10 to scratch handicap, envisioning your shots, visualizing the shot, what's going to happen, make yourself believe it. Don't look for what can go wrong. Don't think about like hitting it into the trees here. Don't think about all the bad stuff that can happen. You have to avoid all that and think only of what you want to do. So over here, I want to hit the 6-iron, little back in the stance. I'm going to open the face just a little bit, and I'm going to just punch it there. 142, I take a 6-iron because it normally goes 180. So if I chip it, I should lose 30 to 40 yards. I might make the front of the green here. It's not going to roll up much, pretty spongy there. Knowing how the ball reacts and knowing the lie of the ball is key, fundamental to get to scratch golf. But let's aim it in a way that if it does go straight, we're going to hit the left edge of the green. Yeah, like I say, we make it to the front edge, and I always find that even at scratch golf level, to simplify is the best thing possible, because when you have a chip shot, to simplify is to say, go high, you're going to cry, go low, get the dirty hose. And now I want to go low here. I want to take my little 8-iron here, and I want to just bump this on the front and let it roll up from the left, up the hill, up to the hole. I don't want to fly it because it's going to land into a slope. If I don't get the distance 100% perfect, it'll just die in the slope with a sand wedge because I can't control the spin 100% like a professional, because I'm not a professional. Scratch golf and professional golf is a different universe. Okay, scratch golf is like the pinnacle of amateur golf besides plus golfers, and then pros is another universe. So let's not think we're pros here, okay? Okay, I didn't put it out far left enough, but the distance control is perfect. So we've got just under 6 feet here. We get a little feel. We're feeling like 1.5 to 2%. 2% is going to be half a cup outside the right. That's just based on a pure formula. 6 feet, 2%, half a cup outside. I like to use the formula, and it always works. Money. You can watch my video on that if you really want to improve your putting. I've got 2 aim point videos. At scratch golf level, the most important part is to not play golf swing. You know your swing by that time. You should have had some coaching, or you understand what's going wrong when things go wrong so you can fix them. But on the course, we're not playing golf swing. We're not trying to be Adam Scott. We're just trying to get the ball to where we want it to go. So we drop all the swing pretense. We're not trying to find aesthetic golf swing. If you can get to the generic impact position, it doesn't matter what your swing looks like. It doesn't matter. As long as you can get to the correct impact position, hit it sweet, and score. Scoring is not about the swing. It's about doing what you can on the day, not playing golf swing, not being Adam Scott, being yourself, getting the ball in the cup. Get in the cup, come on. I don't know about anyone else, but I believe I can make every single putt. And that mindset is a game changer. I wasn't a very good putter for the longest time, but now I just believe I can make everything, because I can. If I just believe that I have correct pace, I have correct line, it helps me commit to the putt and make more putts. If I don't, okay, of course, I'm not going to make everything, but I really believe I can. Just like that. Just like that. Give it to me. Lay it on me. Lay it on me. Not much. So from 200 yards, this may be a slight separator. We are able at scratch golf level to get this ball on or around the green and not in danger from 200 yards, maybe 175 plus. If you want to get down to 10 handicap level, you're going to have to find yourself a nice hybrid or nice long irons or fairway woods to help you. That's just going to chase up there, and then we'll have a chip across the green. Easy game. But having that arsenal of shots is always there in the background from all the practice we do on the short game inside 100 yards. Don't get confused with the game inside 100 yards being only wedges. It's partial wedge shots, it's chip shots, it's pitch shots, it's putting from off the green, it's bump and run chips, it's lofted shots, it's all kind of stuff. And the best rounds for a scratch golf are the ones where they don't have to get creative. It's the ones where they just hit their stock shots on almost every shot, and that's where you score the lowest. That's where your handicap comes from. And understanding the handicap system is of prime importance if you want to be a scratch golfer. I'll explain it after this hole. Have to rush because there's a dingleberry bum rushing me over here. Absolutely pointless. There's no one else on the course. Skip a hole, penis. Oh, Mishai, half pin, Matty. You must go. I go quarter pin. Qua. So in this hole I'm hitting a 3-wood, it's 390 yards. If I can get this just to draw as it normally does, I'm going to leave myself a decent shot. If it doesn't work out, I can't go into my shell and start crying about how easy it is for everybody else to do things. Everyone's against me. No, I just go there and solve the next problem. I can't stress enough how understanding the conditions, the lie, elevation, wind and distance is just the most key thing if you want to play any single figure handicap. So we've got wind directly off the right. The pins are on the left, so it's a right to left wind. We're on a mound from the rough, got a piece of grass right behind the ball, so might catch a tiny flyer. So from 160 something, I'm not feeling my best. I'm going to club up to a 7 because I'm feeling my 8 is just not going to make it. And having that level of understanding and putting the ego away, not trying to play nostalgia distances or average distance, understanding on the day, looking at your lie. This is so key. I can't overstate how important it is to know the lie of the golf ball. And that you can only do through practice and conscious awareness of what happens. Try another shot, have some practice on the course, get something right, then you know in that situation you have a shot. Copy paste distance 163. If it was my normal play, I would just take a 9 iron and I'd probably be 30-40 yards short here because on the day it's not coming out like that. Ball slightly above my feet, so I should turn over right to left as well with the wind. So I'm going to stick this one out just to the right of the pin and it should come back real good. Yep. Oh, on the front. Lovely. I'm staying in my wheelhouse. My wheelhouse may be this big. Another golfer who plays scratch golf may be this big. And I can shoot better than him, even though he's a bigger arsenal, because maybe on the day he goes outside of his wheelhouse by getting in wrong positions, I stay in mine. Then the next round I go out of positions, I make a high score. And that's where the handicap system understanding helps as well, to know that you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. But over 20 rounds, they only take 8 of your best scores, and then they count that to your handicap. So to be a scratch golfer, you only have to shoot a round level par 4 out of 10 rounds. Understanding the handicap system can put your mind at ease a little bit if you're in pursuit of that scratch golf and you're not getting there as quick as you think. It takes time, and you're going to have A game, B game, C game, D game in a year. Your A game and B game, which defines your handicap, only comes, like I say, 20 to 40% of the time. The other time, 60, 70%, you're playing your C and D game, scrambling. That's why we want to keep that short game strong. You want to keep your stimp hand strong. When you keep your stimp hand strong, you keep the scores down. It keeps you in the game. Then the day that things fire again, that's when we start hitting closer to 72. But you have to be patient. If we're not patient and we don't understand there's 4 kinds of form, A, B, C, and D, we're going to get frustrated and give up on the goal. The goal is the outcome, but the process is what we really need. without getting out of your wheelhouse. I have struck maybe one good shot the whole day, maybe one. The rest have all been toey, they've all been a little shitty, and look, we're still getting around here in level par. Get the ball in play into the wind. And we know it's a par 5, so we've got 2 more shots, and it's so chill. I haven't even made the fairway. How embarrassing is that? So anyway, oh, finally a good shot, damn. Now when it comes to short game inside wedge range, part of it is aiming, okay? When we aim a shot from longer distance, we want to take into account our shot shape and put in a position that we can chip and putt. Your short game often sucks because you're not taking into account your shot shape, you're playing phantom straight shots, and you're ending up in places you don't want to be, having tough short game shots. If you have a consistent shot shape, which you should at a 10 handicap, you should be able to get a good starting line, find something to aim at, and then it's going to fade or draw into where you want the ball to finish. Understanding that concept makes your short game really simple. Like on this hole, we can stay short and we can go long right and have 2 easy chips. Bunker right, bunker left, and the side slope on the left hand side and over the green are no-go zones. You're not going to get up and down and you think your short game sucks. No, the aiming for your shot shape, starting line and finishing position, that is the problem that sucks. So from 135, I'm going to hit a pitching wedge here. Just assessing the lie, it's pretty clean, so I'm pretty good there, pretty flat. And then we've got wind off the right, so I'll start this just off the right. 135 pitching wedge. Ah man, I'm swinging like I'm a caveman or something. What the hell is that? I mean, sometimes it's not going to work, you know, sometimes you've got pain, sometimes you're tired, whatever. Bogey avoidance, double bogey avoidance. We've got to snip the shot. So I've got to assess this chip, right? We've got to check the terrain. This is a big slope left to right off there. We have a tough chip in store for us here. We're getting into an upslope. It's coming left to right. The pin is on a slope, so if I hit it too hard, it's going to go way past. If I hit it too soft, it's going to stay way short. A little bit tough. But I'm figuring a nice pitching wedge, chipped on the front, way left here. It's going to kick it to the right. It's going to kick it to the curb, like Justin Bieber and Selena. What I'm talking about. Kick it to the curb, Herb. Oh my soul. That is so unbelievably good that it's actually frightening. It's actually frightening how good that is. I didn't even know I had that in me, to be honest.
Thanks, buddy.
One of the most disheartening things I've seen is people being told that scratch golfers average 260 off the tee or whatever it is. Actually, it depends what tee you play. If you're playing 7,000 yard tee, sure, 260 is what you're going to need, you know. If you're playing 6,005, you can play a 230, 240 yard drive and play scratch golf. You just have to pre-accept that your short game is going to have to be strong. Your stimp hand is going to have to be real strong because you might have longer approaches in, you might have more chipping and putting to save pars. But that's okay. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no need to aspire to be what the average of the statistics and data tell you. When you see those data about scratch golf, just cast it aside and focus on your strengths and improve the weaknesses that are low-hanging fruit. Now we have a par 5 here that I'm not going to reach in 2 shots because it's into the wind, straight in. So I'll probably lose some distance, but I'm going to hit the driver because it's wide enough to hit the driver. If it were tighter, I'd just hit my iron, but I've got enough space there to hit the driver. And my formula for when to hit the driver is actually the length of my shot divided by 4. If that number, so let's say 280 divided by 4 is 70 yards, I need 70 yards. If there's 70 yards between the OB and the water, I can hit the driver. If there's not, I have to club down to keep the ball in play. I don't want to lose golf balls, I don't want to go in hazards. Don't let the idea of scratch golfer fool you as if they are not extremely concentrating because they look so relaxed and they have so much time. They do, and they are relaxed, but in that moment of that shot, you do not exist. No one exists. You can fart on his backswing. Ain't nothing gonna happen because he's so in the moment. And don't believe for a second these guys play a new course without checking out the course on Google Maps to see where's the wide parts, where's the miss, where's there no water, where's the danger, how far is the carry to the water or the rollout to the water, where can I go on this golf course to stay in play and keep my score, you know, under 76. It takes research, and you can do that. So here we have 300 yards. I'm going to hit the 4-iron, try get it to my wedge range of 100 yards. If I'm slightly further than that, I just hit a longer wedge. Easy life. I'm just staying in tune with who I am today. I'm living my truth, and my truth is telling me that I'm not hitting the ball as long today. Okay, pitching wedge from 115 into the wind. No ego, just get the club that does the job going. Come on. Here's a quiz for you. Which of these two things would you rather have? Perfect distance control on every single shot, or 30 yards more distance on every single shot? Let me know in the comments which one you would prefer. I know which one I would prefer, and I think you're seeing it firsthand here. One of my biggest weaknesses when I was younger and I couldn't play scratch golf, I was stuck like 3 to 5 handicap, was just negative self-talk. When you talk negative to yourself, it doesn't help you at all to play good golf, because now you're thinking that you're a dunderhead, you're an idiot, you should have stayed in bed this morning, and you begin the negative death spiral. And the negative death spiral is where you don't want to go in golf, because then you can't function, you can't get in your process. So once you establish a process and you understand that some things are going to go good, some things are going to go bad, and you just accept them and see them as an opportunity to show off your skills, now you can stop being so negative about yourself. You can be like, I got this. I'm going to get up and down and show these mother lovers what a short game king I am. Stimp hand, stimp man. You know what I'm saying? Would you allow other people to speak to you the way that you speak to yourself? That's a very important question to ask yourself. Now, where'd that fader come from? I thought I'm going to hit a little draw. I hit a little fader. The big factor here is we're with the wind. So as I hit that higher up, I'm going to feel the wind more. The trees over here and the slopes are stopping the wind touching me, but I can see the pin is whipping. So that's going to give me a couple more yards. If I hit a 4-iron here, it's coming out a little bit low today. I haven't really hit them that good today, which is generally my 225 club. It's going to come out low and not hold the green, scoot over the back, or go low left into this bunker short. So I'm going to take a 6-iron rather and give it a whirl, girl. I don't want to hold back on it. I want to see if I get my tempo and rhythm right by hitting a full shot. I'm going to hit it way out to the right, and if it hooks in, that's going to be fantastic. Get to the hole and may hold the green, but otherwise I'll be just to the right, chipping across the green with a lot of space. And let's see if we can get it there. Okay, that's fine. I drew it too much, but now we're greenside with a pretty simple chipperoonie, the green. Okay, maybe a bit more than 3 yards. Wow. Basically, gangbanger, science denier, and boyfriend. When you start trying to take on pro shots, you become a dingleberry. There are no such thing as hero shots in amateur golf, only stupid shots. A hero shot hit by a pro is not a hero shot because they have the skill to do it. Some people like to hit the softer shot when they're in between clubs. Other people like to hit the firmer shot. Pick who you are, and that's going to help you a lot, really, because then you commit to shots. Commitment is very, very important. It may be as important as reading the lie and understanding the interaction. Here we're into the grain. You're going to see my divot. We're going to be all broken up because we're into the grain, and it's downwind. So I don't think it's going to affect the ball that much because it's such a short shot, but it could push me another yard or two. So nice 56 degree, maybe just open the face a little bit and just swing a normal 56. Okay, now come on. Okay, I put it a bit far right, but it's all good. Awareness of slope on the greens is really key in the low handicap area, because now you can start planning your putts and actually make more of them, finish closer to the hole. When I look at this putt, and just standing here, I think, wow, man, this is a huge right to left sloper. But if I just come and have a look, I don't even have to do much, right? I just come and have a look here, and I can see it's flat here. So the first 50% of the putt doesn't give as much break as the last 50% of the putt, especially on a downhiller. Downhiller, you're going to find the last third of the putt just whew. So, knowing that, instead of taking one putter of break, I'm going to take half a putter, because it's not going to shoot, it's not going to like snap left. It's going to slowly go left off the slope and then I think straighten after it hits the flat spot about halfway. So we'll go like half a putter outside the right. I understand it's a little downhill, not too much, get that pace right. Not too bad. If I had gone with my initial read, I would have finished 2 or 3 feet to the right. I know this video is not structured, I've just been riffing it off the top of my head, but it's pretty much all true. Now on a par 3 here, we want to clear this bunker, and we know the front distance is about 155 yards and the back distance is about 180 yards. So we have a 30-yard long green. Could be, could be.
Go. In the on. In the.
Because you don't bring the jacket. Now I'm paraphrasing my mentor Peter Finch here, but he said that what happens if you were to win $1 million? And I said, well, I would do, and he said, no. The best thing you can do, Peter Finch told me this, the best thing you can do is learn to become a millionaire instantly, because then you keep the money. If you don't learn to be a millionaire, you're going to lose all the money. And that's the exact kind of attitude if you want to be scratch golfer. Start the attitude of scratch golf now. There's a certain sense of humility in scratch golf, because you know the course, the game can bite you back real quick if you get ahead of yourself. You know, you start criticizing other people, their swing, their game, their handicap, the course they're playing being easy, etc. That's when the game, you get that little scorpion tail giving you a little pip, because you're getting ahead of yourself. We have to stay humble. We understand this game can cut you down to size real quick, no matter how confidential you get. And that's part of the scratch attitude, or I like to call it having an attitude of gratitude. Now, Grant Horvat is my line manager at Tacoma, and he just is my inspiration. I have a gratitude journal, and every day I have a picture of him, and I write a little phrase, just what I'm grateful today to improve my gratitude. As Peter Finch says, hold the finish. Can't hit a ball so good today, so we've got 112 yards remaining here. So I'm going to hit a 48 degree instead of my normal 52 degree, and just I'm kind of hoping, I'm kind of spraying and praying. I'm going to do my best to complete the swing, but I'm really having trouble with the wedges. Like, that's fat like hell. That might only reach the front. Oh, acceptance of the situation as it is, without adding any sugar and spice, like about you personally, about the course, about anything extra, other than what's reality, what is actually happening. What's happened here is I hit a little fatty wedge, and maybe that means I'm getting a pattern, and I have to recognize the pattern and change that. So if I have those shots, maybe I have to punch a 9-iron, because today I'm not feeling the wedges so good. And acceptance of this is that I'm on the front, and now I need to solve this problem in front of me. Forget about that shot there, it doesn't help me for this shot. And it's all about that pace control. And I like to look at the hole and feel the pace and associate the arm swing with the hammer that I'm swinging. How far? Get the rhythm, get the rhyme. It's bobsled time. And as you can see, these greens are quite slopey here. Damn. Don't base your process on what other people expect. What are they going to think of you? Nothing. Just do your game. They're not even going to remember you. Can you remember anyone's shots from the previous round you played with people? No. It's the same for them. Believe that. Don't be shy to take this game sincerely. That is so far right. My caddy is hungover and has just called me fat. Does she want to have a tip or not? This is the difficult thing, which is partially true. Actually, it's entirely true. I've got about 8 more kilos to go. But she's also, you hang over. from
I
drinking.
little bit hang.
How many beers did you drink? Gikapong? Sick. Four. Four beers. Just like me. I had 2 yesterday. I'm completely wrecked today. We've got 172 remaining. No, come on, man. Well, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. Really hope this video impresses upon you what scratch golf really looks like. Sometimes it's glamorous, sometimes it's just not. Sometimes you're scrambling, sometimes you're making birdies, and in general we're just trying to keep the score down, trying not to make bogeys and putting ourselves in positions that allow us to stay around level par for the whole 18 holes. All a process linked together with shots we know how to hit, stock shots, not trying anything fancy. We've got 194 yards remaining on the final approach of the day, and it's into the breeze, pins cut on the right. I'm never going to go for this, right? Because if you want to fade it into the hole there, the wind's going to hold it up and then push your fade more, keeping it short, putting it in those bunkers on the right. So actually what I prefer to do is just hit like a 6-iron to the front edge, chip and putt, because like I said, I don't have my 5-iron. This would be a perfect number for a 5-iron. And if I hit a little sweeper with a 6-iron and get it left side, chip across the green, we can walk away with a par. If we make the bogey, hey, it's okay. I don't know what our score is, but it's around level. And let's get this thing scooting down there, little scooter. That could be on the green. I can't see a damn thing, but looks real good. Sorry, nah. Basically, gangbanger, science denier, and boyfriend. That's how you get from a 10 to scratch handicap. It's not easy. It's not even worth pursuing, to be honest. If you get there, do it through your process and not focus on the outcome of becoming scratch. And you may find that you have more fun around the 5, 6, 7, 8 handicap range, where you still have a chance of winning competitions. If you pursue scratch, you're not going to win anything on a Saturday, players. You're going to start having to play against other scratch golfers. If you want to see how else to be scratch, check this video out over here, okay? Thanks.